If you look at these OLED TVs, can you tell which one is the one with the brightest MLA or micro lens array OLED panel? I'll give you a couple of seconds to look at a couple of scenes here and there. If you manage to guess that it is this set here, which is the brightest, then you have guessed correctly, because this is Panasonic's new flagship Z95A OLED TV. This has been introduced at CES earlier this year. It will have the HDX Pro AI Mark II processor, which essentially uses a Panasonic chipset. It will have 360 Soundscape Pro sound with Dolby Vision IQ and Atmos, Game Mode Extreme up to 144Hz refresh rate, and it will come in two screen sizes of 55 and 65 inches. Now at the back, we have a 77-inch version. This is the Z93A. This will not be equipped with MLA OLED panel, but let me introduce all the other new OLED TVs at this Düsseldorf event. The step-down model will be the Z90A, and you can see here, this is the 48-inch version. It will come in four screen sizes of 42, 48, 55, and 65 inches. But interestingly, the 42 and the 48-inch version will also be equipped with an integrated soundbar, and it will be using the HDX Pro AI processor Mark II. It will support up to 144Hz. It won't have MLA technology, but it will be using the latest generation OLED EX panel. And crucially, the 42-inch and the 48-inch version will have a lower peak brightness due to lower pixel aperture ratio. And you can probably see from the label here that they are only marketing it as OLED rather than as Master OLED Pro, which the 55-inch and the 65-inch models will be marketed as. Okay, let's move on to the next step down, and we can probably see here that it is the Z85A, which will also be using the HDX Pro AI Mark II processor, but crucially it will only be using a regular OLED panel. We have a refresh rate up to 120Hz, and it will come in two screen sizes of 55 and 65 inches. And the entry-level OLED from Panasonic this year will be the Z80A, which will be using a conventional OLED panel. It will not have the latest, most advanced processor, but it will be available in three screen sizes of 48, 55, and 65 inches. So I've just walked into this room here where Panasonic was demoing the sound on their new OLED TVs. And interestingly, they have a 42-inch Panasonic Z90A here. This is Panasonic's first 42-inch or 48-inch OLED to feature an integrated soundbar. And they were comparing the sound quality against last year's 42-inch MZ1500. And certainly because of the presence of the soundbar, it sounded more forward. It delivered greater stereo separation and resolution than what last year's downfiring speakers on the MZ1500 could deliver. It also supports the Game Mode Extreme feature with up to 144Hz refresh rate. So for certain gamers who are interested in good sound and good picture, especially with Panasonic's True Game Mode, which respects the D65 white point to reproduce the creator's intent, then the Panasonic 42-inch Z90A will be a very appealing option. Let me take you through some of the picture quality improvements that Panasonic has demonstrated at this event. Here in this dark room, on your left is the new Panasonic Z95A. On your right would be last year's Panasonic MZ2000 flagship OLED. Now, there are at least three key benefits that the Z95A brings over last year's MZ2000. And the first one would be slightly higher peak brightness, as hopefully you can tell from this footage. Maybe because I'm standing slightly off angle, it is actually not that clear. But Panasonic is also touting several improvements in video processing courtesy of its new, most advanced HDX Pro AI processor Mark II, which is based upon a MediaTek Pantonic chipset. And one of it is the resolution feature, which will upscale and sharpen the picture without creating excessive ringing artifacts. But more importantly, and this is something that will be music to the ears of Panasonic lovers, is that they have introduced a new gradation smooth control, which is a decontouring filter to help smooth out the posterization in 10-bit content or even in poorly mastered content. And the third advantage of the Z95A over the MZ2000 would be the addition of Dolby Vision precision detailing. And when Panasonic demonstrated it with an on-off toggle, certainly with the activation of Dolby Vision precision detailing, you can see an improvement in the contrast, especially in the highlight areas, to deliver greater HDR visual impact. Now, if you are undecided about which Panasonic OLED TV to buy, one place where you can get good advice is at Richer Sounds, a trusted British AV retailer with more than 50 stores in the UK, as well as a secure e-commerce platform for online purchasers. If you join the company's VIP club, you will also get 6 years warranty on the vast majority of TVs you purchase. So go visit your local Richer Sounds store or online at richersounds.com for your next TV purchase. Thanks again for your support. Okay, at this event, Panasonic also demonstrated its True Game Mode on the company's 2024 OLED TVs, which has HDR tone mapping set to clipping. To find out why this is important to achieve the most impactful HDR experience when playing HDR games, please watch my explanation video by clicking here.